Mom wasn't feeling well earlier. I just asked my mom to tidy up in our bathroom, the main one, move her cloth, move her stuff so I can tie it up a bit more, wipe it down, and put my towel there and have a shower. And she yelled and screamed for more than 3 minutes because she had to put down a book she was allegedly reading, looking at, and actually had to go do that. And I asked more than an hour before, too. Doesn't necessarily matter what else, just why that moved. I mean, my mom wouldn't like it where I want to move it. And there's still stuff there, but, you know. My mom, mental health symptoms and behaviors, and diagnosed major neurologic disorder, Alzheimer's subtype, traumatic brain injury. I think there's more than one, and alcohol. My mom was the only one here like that does that like that. I don't like all this kind of thing. I could do stuff to try and get mom attention away from that book. My mom's symptoms and behaviors. Finally. And then she yelled at school tomorrow, and then she came in here, and I'm like, oh, no, you don't. You gave me a cat, you took my cat, we had my cat euthanized. Oh, no, you don't. I want to have a shower, I'm going to have a shower. It's not a lot of storage space in this place. I'm trying. It's always been one thing after another this year. And actually, other people's symptoms. One little pill doesn't make the symptoms go away. Symptoms and behaviors better. My mom needs more. My mom's diet is worse than my diet. I'll have to have another teaspoonful of honey. I might even have to have lemon before the end of this week. My throat. These are good. When my mom gets going, some of my mom's symptoms and behaviors included lied about my symptoms and behaviors and the diagnosed. I'm taking an antidepressant doesn't mean I'm crazy. Doesn't mean I'm mentally ill. I'm just going through some grieving and stress, and I just need to. And my mom didn't understand. She thinks the world is getting worse instead of better, and lying about my father and I and others. My father's side and my family and stuff. I don't do that because I don't really know them very well. Hey, this is my dad going. I'd love to know some. Even if it's on social media. Hello? You know, my mom doesn't, she puts herself out there. I've Googled my family tree and everything. And my mom doesn't like that. She doesn't like to be public like that. She doesn't like, one side of the family doesn't like. I'm like, why did you marry the man? I can have a family with him, mother. Because it doesn't matter what your side of the family. You're his wife. You're his wife. You're the mother of his daughter, child, adult. time he behaved like that once more instead of disturbing the peace. I told my mom she does do it more. Even I have to phone for the police and the ambulance. She's gone. She's resting, hopefully. I'm going to make her a cup of tea. That didn't happen earlier. I'm going to make her a nice tea. And cook some rice crackers. I have documented proof. Other people on the internet, they've shown and told their mental health, and I'm doing too. It was times that I mentioned happened earlier in life, and all the other stuff that was going on. I didn't deserve it. My cat just doesn't deserve it too. I don't understand anymore. She has her good times and her bad times. She has her some. And when that alleged doctor children told my mom and I that my mom was doing better, my mom hasn't been doing better in a long time. That one little pill doesn't make my mom better. All the time she accused my father and I and other people, family, my father and others, of any. We never did. It was my mom. My mom's symptoms and behaviors. My mom's mental health. I can only do so much. All I wanted to do was quiet my mom down. I didn't physically harm her. I just tried to get my mom attention away from that book, away from that magnifying glass, away from that into the bathroom, and do what I asked because it was a shared space. She never used to be that dirty when she was younger. Never. And we have two houses of storage because there's nowhere to put it. We don't have cupboard space. That's normal. I have, you know, I'm tidying up this area slowly but surely, considering my wrist healing, my left knee healing, my neck healing. And I'll have they cannot accuse the whole family of having forgot just because the doctors themselves um, only witnessed so much of the my parent symptoms and behaviors. They should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, need not, kept her sick and lied to us that she's going to get sicker. She has to get well. If that doctor can do it, maybe my mom needs a psychiatrist. There's enough evidence out there. I don't mind. I really don't mind. Actually, that would help more than harm because there's enough I think can maybe calm her down, have her interact with others to, you know, help her with her headaches, control that temper of my mom's. My mom doesn't cook. My mom doesn't clean. People have asked, why doesn't she do it? She hasn't done it in years. And I've actually witnessed other people has Alzheimer's and they don't behave like that. they don't deteriorate that way. She's had that temper tantrums like that for more than 35 years. That's not Alzheimer's. All of a sudden, she's had it, and those little pills don't make it any better. And my mom should. I've seen other people with same kind of symptoms. Same kind of symptoms. And they went through a whole regime of pills, medicines. And then they decided, try a diet plan of some kind or other, and try to come off some of the meds, maybe long term, maybe short term, maybe, with the symptoms and behaviors of complete and utter remission. The mother won't do that. I tried to get my mom for years. My audience has witnessed, others have witnessed. Try to get my mom psychiatry, feel better, get MRIs, CTs, find out what's going on in emergency rooms, hours on end. I have a small case of water because I like the little balls of water when I'm exercising. So I got some water. I thought, when we got this, contents were really packed well this time, and nothing was damaged. Contents are usable, all of them. Fabulous. And this more or less an empty box. And then I just have those 2 containers put in my closet. And all those reusable bags. Oh, as I said to my mom, it's like the store managers or whoever, they don't remember. We've gone from plastic and paper back and forth, recyclable, reusable, back and forth, to do what? Save the environment? Why? It's just the same stuff over and over again. Eventually, getting all that out. And then I gotta clear off the surfaces more. And I get the stuff piled back up there, neater, go through stuff. And I've given my mom, we'd have storage things, I'm put your stuff, she's like messy. I mean, it's a bathroom. I mean, the only things that should be in there, maybe one shampoo, maybe one conditioner, one soap, and then at the sink, one soap, and just some bath towels and a hand towel with and without a face cloth. I don't understand where it's all coming from. And I have to now soon wash the bath mats again. I can sort of understand how so many other people gave the disabled bad reputation of, being not wanted. Especially when there's other people contributing to it all. And, I got 2 of the most unwanted bothered her. And when she gets hold of her phone, she listened to almost anything instead of remembering. She used to talk about, oh, what a great life she had when she was younger and everything. And then as soon as she did that, she went away. Even when she was playing bingo, she couldn't remember the game. She couldn't remember the number. She couldn't concentrate. And yet the doctor says, and I Googled and I contacted the Alzheimer's Society, and that medication is not supposed to make my mom worse. It's supposed to make her somewhat better. And she isn't supposed to completely, utterly forget, because that's not all her symptoms. That is not all her symptoms. And those other symptoms could must need alleviated, put in remission. My mom would have a better, more fulfilling life, She'd be able to socialize great, but I mean, the head injury is scary. That's something I would never do to someone not willing, I wouldn't give them a head injury, And considering the three centers she went to, Mississauga Senior Citizen Center, Mall, and Square One Older Adult Center, Mall, and Active Adults Center, they didn't like to show it until where and when we were there. And my mom could have taken a self-defense class there herself and maybe did got a concussion and just didn't understand, which surprised me, you know. I'll never have the same symptoms and behaviors as my mom. I don't know how to do it. Didn't know how to did that. I have a different mentality. I'm healthier for one. I have a temperament that's less volatile than my mom. I can cook and clean. I'm not the best and I'm not the worst. I prefer having money and, you know, some other people, creators, influencers online, you know, packaged foods and stuff. Oh, they moan and groan about. Probably someday complain about me eating some potato chips and stuff. For some reason or other, when I have one of these after eating lots of iron during the day, my level, it's well below 900 and it's usually well below 700 in addition to caffeine. And do the police come once more with and or without anybody an alleged wellness check at all hours? That's not allowed. I've Googled it. Sooner or later, somebody is going to have to show and tell that what's out there documented anywhere and everywhere, that's real and that has to be enforced. I say no, once I showed and told no, that no is no. You know, you come back because going in there, even I'm hesitant, you know. Although I'm going to get like a tea and get my mom tea. I'm gonna get myself a tea or coffee. I'll be right back. Oh, hey, how are you? But it's true. My father's side of my family, outside of my mom, symptoms and behaviors and mental health, as I mentioned. You know, I researched. I didn't know it's been a while. I mean, they didn't have to care about me as much, but I mean, I was interested. I Googled my name and everything, and I saw all that. I was like, oh yeah. I have some cousins out there I didn't even know I was related to. My name goes back to the 1700s. And earlier, I don't care about my mother, alleged names Gilmore, Bryan, and Thompson. I didn't care to look. I was just curious. The what do you call it? Sort of arms or whatever. Got English, got Welsh, got Irish, got Italian, maybe got Africa. Who knows? And I've got a whole hell of a lot of Canadian. Which reminds me, I only eat. I was nibbling on Brussels sprouts before. I like to celebrate Burr. I like to live it, you know. Not every day, although I like to begin it. Brussels sprouts. I like Brussels sprouts. I'm gonna have Brussels sprouts from now on till the end of Burr months, at least twice a week. It's not gonna be cooked necessarily the traditional ways, and I don't care if that pissed off my mom. Nobody really does. As a vegetarian and or vegan, vegetarian, plant-based meal, I offer her some many a times. She says yes, and then I give it to her, and she won't eat it. Yeah, I can. You know, I videotaped myself eating, and I could chew just fine. Okay. I like Brussels sprouts. It's Burr. So September this year, I began eating Brussels sprouts. Next month, I'll probably have it once or twice every week. I had it today. Maybe next week I'll have it again. Monday and Tuesday, Monday and Tuesday, Monday and Tuesday, and then maybe Thanksgiving I'll have a side order of that, and I can have that broth more. It just makes me feel better, just a little bit goes a long way. I know there's other people, children told me when I was younger, oh, you shouldn't do this, you should do that, you should do that. There's hardly any iron in it, really, especially considering all the other stuff. And if I'm that ill, I should have had a phlebotomy by now. And it's not likely that I need. It's most likely I probably should have had a blood transfusion. The way the healthcare system is nowadays, who do I trust? So my mom temper tantrum today, worse than I've ever had. Holy shit. It's done. I'm gonna come back and have a coffee, and then I have to get something put on my wrist. My mom went like that when she was younger. She had spout, but I don't remember when my dad was. That was before my 50th and a half, well, before my 60th birthday. But whoa, my mom, you know, and when my mom did get violent, ay. And see, I don't do that. Again, my mom is disabled, and you know, my struggles with recovering and recuperating injuries, wounds, illnesses. I don't want to be that way. I don't want that, you know, labeled disabled. I don't want to be, you know, I'm better and greater than that. No offense intended to anyone else disabled, although somebody showed and told me I can't walk. Eventually I can walk. Somebody showed and told me I can't use this. Okay, I can't vary, although I can use it minimally. It's not like I do the same opening of stuff every day. I need help doing manicures because obviously I can't do that myself. Pedicures, I probably in a little while maybe I can get down, and if I get the tools, I can do my own toenails now with this hand, but not this hand. I do want to wash my hair tonight. Just let it towel dry and air dry. I don't think I'm gonna have the time to do that. I love your robe. Did you do them yourself? They're so cute. No, I didn't. I went somewhere and the other person did it. It's really nice, isn't it? Were I to get them done again before Halloween, I think I will just get them shortened and I keep the same color, just get filled in. I really like the color. Keep it for this year, anyways, before Halloween. And then after Halloween, I'm just going to go clear nails. Just clear. Although I want clear, the alleged shellac, the same thing. I don't want it just brushed on and off. I want the actual shellac because then it'll last longer. And this person that did my nails, she was really good about it. I kept one of my splints on, and she didn't move my hand around too much. It was really, really nice. Isn't it cute? I wish my nails were like that. Mine are so short. Oh, oh, you're. So I'll be right back. You can hear me. She's over there, and I'm going over that way. My witnesses, hopefully, you're all honest. I'm not bothering my mom. I'm just going to put the cowl on and do some um, exercises, physiotherapy while I wait. I'm not moving this around. Go get my thing for it. I'm just going to exercise my hips, my knees, my ankles, my feet, and then I'll come back and we'll have some coffee together. Oh, I gotta go this way first. My cat photo. Oh, there it is. I thought it went right down. Isn't that pretty cool? Oh, you can't see it right now. You can see it. With my room. Are you in? Any of you in the chat room? Oh, chat room, chat area. I'll leave a chat, comment, or any of you these for months. Where this is all to happen when my cat will live. My cat lived in his house or in bedroom. My mom didn't carry on as loud as that reason. Do it same. You all laugh someday. Don't tell my mom. Too funny to see her face react. Get seen as the liar. My mom has been mentally ill. Symptoms of fingers. Neurological disorder, Alzheimer's. Traumatic brain injury. Alcohol. And I was going to give my mom a glass of wine tonight, but considering the circumstances, absolutely not. I see why it's occasional. Very. I haven't had any wine myself. Although I don't want to drink by myself. It's not like I'm in a public place. I can. When I googled myself about those 3 centers and 2 malls, I didn't like some of what I saw, but I can't be bothered to do any more about it. Just the staff there reportedly had never confirmed that I was there. As staff, etc., and classes there, and socials there, dinings there, nothing. There's maybe one thing on the internet that was confirmed. That was it. And there's, well, maybe 2 things. That was it. That doesn't say much about the place. Well, it surprised me if all those centers close eventually. Not sooner than later. Instead of kept me, instead of, as I mentioned earlier, stalker, go back in and all that stuff earlier. Other people, false allegations, false accusations of us. Securities, cameras, all that surveillance. You know, I sometimes wish those cameras nowadays, more than ever before, had vocal recording abilities, so they can record everything. Everyone says, shows it. And the great thing about security cameras too is when you're on your cell phone and or iPad or anything, that's all out there, you know, visualized, recorded, videotaped or whatever, you know. And sometimes those 2 malls and those 3 centers, I don't know about the one in Concord, but the other one in the malls, there's security cameras everywhere. And eventually the truth will come out. I mean, sure, there's privacy and safety. I read up about that and studied everything again. And some police officers, a lot of people said, you know, record, film, videotape, photograph, get on camera, give to us when we come, or you come to us more. I did all that. All the privacy and safety, you know. It's not like I went into your homes to do anything, of course, because I don't do that. You know. But I mean, once outside, you know, I didn't go to somebody's front door and do anything. I mean, I didn't do that. I don't do that. I mean, sure, standing in an elevator, waiting, I did. But I didn't do it maliciously like some other people did. All about option and all of us earlier. I mean, I can understand my mom having been angered about that, when if my mom remembered. Although, don't blame me, because I didn't do it. I mean, if you're going to make noises on both sides of my walls and ceilings and floors, of course I'm going to videotape it. I mean, the music, yelling and screaming at us. I mean, what happened tonight was just between my mom and I. You know, it had nothing to do with anybody else. We weren't yelling at anybody else. I was just talking loud enough to get to my mom. Alleged voices, alleged auditory hallucinations, and alleged paranoid delusions. Holy. Sometimes I wonder if that's it, or my mom is just gone deaf and can't cope, you know, with the loss of hearing. Such as Great Valley Hospital Dr. Judy Fernando. Now mom gets crank calls and starts talking and gets almost convinced all those lies, and eventually snaps out of it. I don't know, you know. She doesn't know. I've asked some other people to show and tell my mom the internet's real. And that, you know, I mean, she still tries to interact with her, and every time my mom tries to cancel, I'm like, oh no, you don't. Put yourself out there yourself. You don't do that to somebody. You don't hurt their feelings. And then some other people photographed us, and they're like, oh, we have photos. I think my mom was away in her head again for a while for some reason. And I'm like, you touch that phone? Can't call anybody, you know. Oh, and I have. I've taken away from her because, you know, phone calls. Nobody wants to hear from her at around 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning, making up a bunch of lies or get attention or something like that. It's not the way my mom used to be. I mean, I know I need some help with my kitchen and clean bathrooms. That's normality. I can sort of push a walk around, but then I am who I am. I was a career-oriented person for how many years? Careers. My being domesticated all of a sudden in the last 18 or so years. Whew. And then, what, 7 or 8 years, I became domesticated more than ever I have ever done before. And I'm not talking about when I was a child or a teenager being a student. I'm talking about adulthood. Hopefully my mom feels better by tomorrow morning. Mom doesn't have to go to the hospital here. My mom mental health worsened since February when she came home by herself and then had to get hospitalized. She said which happened, she alleged, and mom was hospitalized, and then I found pictures with me. Never really recovered from it, so I tried to tell that doctor I mentioned earlier, didn't care. My mom could have hit her head at some. I wasn't with my mom. Another time my mom had a temper tantrum, she was going to twice. We were at the center where I worked. And I was, once I feel very well, but that's maybe some travel sickness and or a migraine. And or I was continuing more recovery. We went to Québec in February. I was diagnosed. And my mom didn't do much to help me. Just I related. But then certain circumstances, I suppose, although because of my mental health has deteriorated more since time. I don't know. Because I don't want to. I'm not supposed to think about stuff. Yeah, well, the next time she has any, maybe Thanksgiving or dinner. Does she get angry at me once more because I won't give her a glass away? And too, that's all since Thompson that's voice on this, and it's all on the phone one. Dude, that was Friday and Sunday. I know there was a phone call on Sunday. We were on their voice message. Oh, no, he's carving that too. Ah, oh, I hope no one likes the coffee. Thanks, Parkins. Oh. Ah, it's just soup. My mom's going to walk her. Oh, well. I told my mom not to do that. To take it. My mom just stop doing that. I received an email from someone. Just never know. About some other kind of situation. Although, you know, like I said, that man and some other people have falsely accused, falsely alleged I did. I have to go in the room and it's not me, it's somebody else. Another person. Instant coffee. We're using lemon. No, we're using honey. Clockwise. Black coffee. I stir counterclockwise. Pivot. There's a lot of people putting themselves out there. Don't blame me because it's not me. It's out there. And there's a share button. I'll share it. Anyone and everyone that tried to show it until they have a neurologic disorder, personality disorder, compulsion, um, any of those kind of things, same and or worse than my mom has. Like, including kids not having to eat deep because I like to eat one fulfillment every day when I did. Just said it for health benefits. So that's my life update. Some other people in the commentaries asked. Videos, community posts. I'd laugh too if they show up with all their mail packets and everything about my mom, my parents, and I. I'll pass off for our babies now. She's upset them all once in a while. Their lies. I'm mentally ill. Sometimes some behaviors. Uh, neurologic. Alzheimer's alleged, neurologic disorder alleged, all that. And when I looked on the internet earlier, did more of my research and reading about privacy and safety, all who, what, where, when, why, and how, and names should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, need not see and hear, well, gather information about us here, home, and all elsewhere, residential. And show and tell elsewhere. And show and told elsewhere. Police too encouraged, doing something like this and or videotaping another house somehow or other and showing and telling all names, who, what, where, when, why, and how to add on in, out, from, and by. To add on in, out, and from here. Securities, cameras, etc. Yeah, they had enough evidence already. I don't know why she can't complain less why we have to anymore. I mean, it doesn't say much for the complex. That the security guards, you know, judiciary punished. Other people. I mean, they cannot, could not, should not, may not, must not, need not, showed and told, and shown and tell photos of other people alleging and accusing them of being us here and all elsewhere. Says Dr. Judy Fernando Crefal Hospital hasn't helped us any. Prescribe prescription medicines. Hopefully, I can get my mom a new doctor, and that Dr. Fernando gets fired. And the next doctor can help my mom more. And I did my research too about privacy, safety, that and all, and that um, just because my mom has it with Andrew without knowing I am biologically related to my mom and dad and others, I am related. Doesn't mean I'm going to have it too. Same and or worse. Yeah, other people, racist, bigot, discriminatory, discriminations, prejudice, prejudged, and tried to make that a reality because themselves too and or instead. Oh. And when other people showed until they couldn't hear and understood what I can speak fluent English. The racist creates religions. All names of who, what, where, when, why, and how they even were there. And that's not me being a racist, bigot, discriminatory, discriminations, prejudice, and prejudged. All factual. And all any times other people tried, showed, and told in here and other residents' estates as evidence all about all to and all about us. As an invasion of privacy, and that took away our privacy and safety, and they should go completely, such as any doctors and nurses, etc. Their employers should know about it too. Have them recommended. Something else worried about employments, judiciary, punishments, all those other people within it, or with a lawsuit. Is Andrew with a lawsuit? Oh, those other people. And on my community post page, I shared some of that information with the share button. All nicely shared. I'm not lying. Oh, the never ending drama. I mean, for my mom to make it to prison, my mom wouldn't like it in there. Not one little bit. When if my mom would remember. And paroles and probations, even my mom would not like. Oh. And that affects me and my relationships, including pet parenting, pets, any and all new, all historical, all geographical, all financial, all names, all named, you know, and any and all my earlier employers that went along with it. They can remain paranoid. I'm not going to do anything to them. It's going to harm them and hurt them, harm and hurt them physically, emotionally, and mentally. And all my educators too. That happened. Everyone really. And nothing to fear. My hands are kind. My feet too. I am kind. I was kind. Kindness is my kind of life. Could do with some feeling, emotional support right about now. Alive, pussycat. Maybe my mom didn't like my Doomber. Some kitchen witchery. Asper. Honey in my coffee is medicinal. Brussels sprouts. Radishes. Bread and butter. Because my mom forgot. And my mom just lied more. chat area is quiet tonight. Sorry. Excuse me. Oh, wow. Greetings. Sleep well. Thank you. Food forest. Permaculture. Yeah, I'm just having a rest. I'm supposed to rest lots. That too annoys my mom. I have to rest. I want to rest 3 or 4 days of the week. I should be able to do absolutely nothing nowadays. Just wish I had my cat in his basket here, alive, enjoying the acquaintanceship of my company, giving me my emotional support. It was really, my cat was one of the best emotional support cats ever for babies. I, he was very, oh, I just loved him so much. Oh, it's be the for season. I don't have to get cat food. Do it with cat litter. I don't get to touch his fur. I don't get to hear his purring, sneezing, snoring, sleeping. And his wheezing, purring. Day 2. Or Day 3 tomorrow. I'm gonna eat some pumpkin seeds. I know some other people, I knew them, and pets died. It's often easier to give, gentle ear and advice to somebody else until I have to live with myself. Oh, it's gonna be, I'll be fine once January 29, 2026 happens. It should be. My cat died. It's dead. Paid for the euthanasia. I was there. Oh, I love animals. I love all, I hate all animals. All pets, all fur babies were euthanasia. You don't understand it until you have to go through it yourselves. Oh. I don't usually kill anybody, so it's just, you know, I can't euthanize. I do this to myself all the time. You know, I want to be a pet's parent, and then when they get gravely ill and we're sicker and I have to make the decision, and I want to be there, you know, where I dying, I would want somebody to hold my hand too, you know. One thing is hopefully different. I just feel I just feel like a murderer, you know? I know I'm not. I just feel awful. I know my cat was suffering and had to die. Was dying anyways. Just and it was confirmed. Veterinarians. I just sometimes look back on wonder they should have waited that one more day and had the biopsy and had those doctor's appointments to have the fluids drained from him. That made it really different. I'm gonna stay off the internet the rest of the night, hopefully. Uh, to get her rest. Maybe come back and do another coffee time on the weekend. And or maybe Friday. Oh. Should read this book. Help you understand why I'm going through more. And if you stalkers, the ones I mentioned already by names, think that this is psychosis, schizophrenia, and or delusional, and or obsessive compulsive. You're misinformation. You're a bunch of liars. You're falsely accusing and falsely alleging that I am, that I did, and I have any symptoms and behaviors whatsoever. I'm just grieving. My doctor believed me while my mom was able to remember and didn't lie. Admitted that I do this off and on and off the internet. I just cry. And that's why my doctor gave me some medicine, prescribed prescription to stop this. Ugh. And my doctor told us that would take maybe 3 weeks or so before the medicine has any effect on me. And it's just something, Well, I'm trying to, you know, my body doesn't necessarily like eating health foods. Yeah, I'm trying. My body would rather just eat junk. I'm not talking about potatoes. These kind, just plain. I'm talking about stuff like cheese puffs, pretzels, tortilla chips, and flavored potato chips, Oh, French fries. I don't have anything to celebrate. I'm not going to celebrate. I know I've had one since my cat died. Although, I'm not going to have any more for a while. Big Mac. When and if McDonald's is open. Big Mac and or Big Mac combo. I'm just not in the mood to be that happy. I haven't had any successes as of recently. Media. I just well, I should say that I have actually had some. I have had some monetization. What am I saying? Somebody mentioned a Whopper thing. I'm gonna do that later. On my list. On my list of things. See, I can stop crying. Medication does help a little bit, so does having a coffee. Some people watch me. They see me having my ups and then they see me having my downs. Maybe I look mentally ill if you don't know who I am. When you don't know who I am and don't know about my history and geography and all financially and all in any new, because I'm grieving and it's going to take me a whole freaking year to get over it. Crying and then I could be not crying and then I could smile and it looks as if I've never cried. Once the tears go away, but I am. And then I could cry again within the hour. It's just a heavy grieving thing. I actually feel more attached to my fur baby than anybody else, really. I tell you, it's taken its toll. I'm saying, I just think it's because of the word euthanasia. I actually euthanized, and I go through it. I feel awful for about a year. I try to eat, and do my thing. And I just feel sorry for my cat. I feel sorry for the animal that's euthanized. I mean, he's a beautiful fur baby. I mean, who wouldn't want such a good looking cat to be happy and healthy, being a fitness? Pretty beauty, pretty king. I miss that. I'll wake up tomorrow again, not having a routine that I like, not having a cat food to put out, water, stupid scoop litter box, and do nothing all day. Just get lots of, yeah, emotional support from my cat. I'm gonna miss that. It's gonna be. If you like to watch somebody crying occasionally, this is a perfect channel for you to watch. Because I'll be crying. Like I said, Halloween. I don't know what I'll be doing Thanksgiving, Christmas. It's not gonna be the same as usual. But if you like to watch somebody cry, this is the perfect place to come. You know, Avril and Pets, Fur Babies, Bellis Fairies Gardens at Bellis, I mean the name, the title should show it all. I've been doing pets funerals for years. I'm surprised the police haven't investigated why they've all died. Historical estates where we lived when I was younger. Surprised the police haven't got a warrant to dig up those graves and do an analysis to confirm they're not human. Humans. Bye.